All right, welcome back, everyone. It is 4 days till Christmas, and by that I mean IEM, TvZ. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. However, it's just a fantastic tournament. It's the Christmas of Starcraft 2, and I'm going to be casting another one of the IEM qualifier replays here. One of these qualifying matches, so we've got ourselves a Terran versus Zerg on Cerulean Fall, spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. It's Blazer's Bunny. And in the bottom left-hand side of the map, playing for TS Gaming, recently joined them. It's Solar. Solar is a very, very good Zerg player. He sometimes looks like a monster. Had a bit of a rough 2018, all things considered. However, there's times in which he looks incredibly good. And his opponent spawned in the top right-hand side of the map. I think I already introduced him. It's Blazer's Bunny. So Bunny, he's a very fun to watch Terran. Both Solar and Bunny, they're incredibly great players. They're maybe not thought to be like the peak of the peak. Like Bunny's not a Maru and Solar's not a Dark, if that makes any sense. However, they're both incredibly good. They both have high peaks and everyone's waiting. They're always a sure horse to, if you were to bet on them. So should be some great games here. They're some of the most entertaining players to watch. Now, as far as the openings go, we've got a hatchery first from Solar. Bunny going for a standard Reaper expand. I believe Bunny and Solar also played in the GSL recently, which is another StarCraft 2 tournament, whereas this is from the IEM qualifiers. So I'm not sure. I believe Solar managed to win that, but we'll see how Bunny is going to do in this one, as this was actually played before then, I believe. So Command Center on the way for Bunny. Standard openings here. There's no surprises. It's Cerulean Fall. It's that big map. Going for crazy, unorthodox, aggressive, angry, stinky cheese is kind of unheard of on this map. It's nowhere near as common, of course. You can cheese in any game of StarCraft 2. However, if you want to bet on a pretty standard or a more macro-oriented TvZ, Cerulean Fall is probably your bet. Now, Bunny getting his factory on the way. Reaper going to be crossing the map. We'll see what is able to get done. Going to poke on into Solar. A pretty big map, so Reaper not going to get too much done. Solar, good micro so far. Might lose a ling or two. No. Ooh, Bunny calling it close there with that Reaper. Oh, man, this guy has a death wish. Reapers really are living on the edge. That's for sure. Now, speed on the way here for Solar. No surprise there. Third base. Could close my eyes and tell you what's happening. There's going to be a starboard thrown up as soon as that factory's done if I had to take a gander. Whereas Solar, he's going to make drones to about 35, make some to be safe. The usual sort of TvZ stuff. We'll see, though. I mean, it's not that cut and dry. We'll see exactly what the builds these guys are going to be going for. Tech Lab on the way for Bunny. And that's sort of the big question. Is the Terran going to, say, use a Tech Lab to make a Banshee? Some Terrans will make a Raven, maybe like a Terran like your Marine will. Oh, did this Reaper get that creep trigger? Did he? I don't think he did. I think Solar might have saved it there. Reaper, does he have any kills? No, he doesn't. Can't even tell you if a kill shows up. It's a creep tumor since it's not a unit. I think it's technically some sort of weird building. However, I don't believe Bunny killed that. I think creep tumors do show up on the kills. I want to say they do. That's one bit of StarCraft 2 trivia. I do not know. I'm ashamed to say it. Bunny going to be poking on in with these units, though, as this is going on. Hellions driving on in. There's just the one Reaper. More Hellions are coming on out for Bunny. He's just macroing up, it seems. He's got a Liberator on the way. Sometimes Terrans will do something like throw up an Armory behind this and then go for like a Hellbat Liberator 1-2 punch. Solar's coming on in here with his Overlord, though, going to be flying on in. Whereas Bunny... Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, so Bunny, he flies his barracks north and then flies it down. I guess just trying to mind game Solar, perhaps. Solar, though, on the other hand, he's not aware. Maybe being mind gamed a little bit. Bunny, though, does throw up a third command center, so we are going to be seeing a macro game. And guys, I'm excited. Like, Stim's on the way. So we're going to be having ourselves a Bio Terran versus Zerg. I know I'm sort of making it like a weird thing. It's like a Terran's researching Stim. They always do that. It's a lot of mech out there in TvZ lately, and I'm happy to see any game in which a Terran goes bio. Mech can be fun to watch, however, if you were around in the earlier expansion times, Heart of the Swarm, you probably got a bit of your fill of that. Liberator comes on in, by the way, gets 2 kills, hasn't taken much damage, gonna set up on this location. Queen's underneath it, pulls her out. Another Queen eating a shot, though. Solar micros are back, so good job. No drones have gone. Ugh, totally jinxed that. The Queen goes down. And, oh, as this is going on, Bunny flies, or drives on in, pardon me, with his Hellions. Manages to pick off 7 drones in total so far, and gets on out with those Hellions. They're just driving away. So Bunny, he gets 7 drones with a fairly safe opening. This wasn't crazy aggression or anything, so he's not expecting anything more than that, really. The Liberator does go down. However, 7 drones for a Liberator, 2 Hellions. That's all right for the Terran. Solar, though, macroing up. He's got his Evos on the way. His upgrades are behind those of Bunny, though. Now, Baneling speed on the way for Solar. And Medivac's standard bio coming up from Bunny, which is exciting to see. That 3rd command center is done. The extra barracks not yet made, so Bunny is going to be going for a bit of aggression here. However, we will see him expand in his macro off the back of this 3rd command center. That's the thing. That 3rd command center is done. Going to be getting onto location, and Bunny hasn't started any additional barracks. He's got his initial 3, and we should be seeing him throw up some more relatively soon. However, it just goes to show that Bunny really is macroing up here. Going to be playing that more passive Terran style. Staying back at home with some Hellions and Marines as he moves out with 1 Medivac for a drop as this is going on. 4th base on the way for Solar. Nothing out of the ordinary here. He's just playing a standard reactive Zerg style. He gets pneumatized, or starts researching pneumatized Carapace, which is interesting to see. Bunny comes on in with his drop. He's going to start unloading these Marines. Solar's going to be pulling his Lings back to react to this. Bunny actually going to tuck these Marines in behind the spawning pool. Medivac's being focused by this Queen. However, this bio is trading out pretty well. As this is going on, Bunny is applying pressure towards the 4th phase of Solar. We'll see if he's able to get at Solar. He's got Banelings. He's going to charge on in here. That 1 tank going to be getting surrounded by Lings. They got to go for it. There we go. Lings now on the tank. Marines, though, do a good job of kiting back. They're able to pick off these Queens here. Bunny's actually going to get on out with the Medivacs. Very well done. No other harassment or anything else going on while this has happened. Bunny is going to start bouncing around, and back at home, he's getting up an armory, so he'll be able to start his 2-2, keep those upgrades rolling, producing more back at home, getting up those additional barracks online. Just got to get those reactors first. And Bunny just making 1 siege tank at a time. So going to be playing a very bio-heavy style, which is always fun to watch. Now we see him unloading these units. He's probably going to begin dropping for the next couple of minutes. That's generally what Terran does before the game usually reaches its pinnacle, in which the Terran has to say, all right, I'll transition, or all right, I'm just going to pretty much go all in and try and kill you. Now here comes in Bunny. He's got a Hellbat actually with this drop, which is awesome to see. Those Marines do have to tie back. The Hellbat even gets saved there as Bunny is clearing up creep on the front lines. Scanning, getting some of these tumors, going to shut down as much of that creep as possible. Just poking and prodding Solar for now. And we see 2-2 on the way. Drilling Claws on the way for Bunny as this is going on. Bunny unloading another drop to the north here. Drop to the north, drop to the, I guess, north right, I suppose, northeast. So northwest, northeast being dropped for Solar. Bunny gets a nice cancel on that base, which was good to see. It's hard to keep up to Bunny observing this right now. The Medivac's now going to be boosting into the main, and I'm sure Solar's having a bit of a hard time reacting to all of these drops. Bunny now unloading behind this base. Gonna be looking for whatever he can get with these Medivacs. Flying a little bit. Okay, this is a bit odd flying on in here. Got to be careful with that Medivac to get on out of there. Oh, that 1 Hellbat gets unloaded. Takes a couple of Lings with him, however. Yeah, this is looking a little dicey for Bunny. Has to get on out of there with those Medivacs. Meanwhile, he's dropping on this side. Not finding too much. Solar's doing a good job splitting his units, defending back at home. As if we look though, Bunny, he's powering up army supply. It's pretty equal, and that usually means the Terran, it's a decent spot for the Terran. You're going to be planning to go for a push probably when 2-2's done. That's generally what we can assume that Bunny is going to be going for. He's started transitioning into Widow Mines behind this, but he's really focusing on the bio here. Solar has a potential counterattack planned up. However, Bunny stepping forward from the seam of things, just going to be cleaning out this 4th base. And then having all these units So here goes Bunny. He's going to have 2-2 finishing up relatively soon. Going to be crossing the map with one big army. Solar has a massive counterattack plan, though. We'll see what it's able to get done. The fourth base of Bunny just getting established, but it's not a planetary yet. A planetary can hold off infinity times more lings than a command center can. Bunny also dropping to the right side, which is great to see. Got to get out of there, though, and he's lost 10 Marine or 10 SCVs to this. Marines are engaging these lings. The 2-2 is done, so Bunny's Marines able to clean that up. He's also pushing on this north side. However, Solar, I mean, he got a nice bit of counter damage done. He hasn't taken too much to the drops, which is the most important part for the Zerg. Helps keep everything in order for the Zerg, and then you just have to deal with the one main attack. So Solar, he's buying time for now. He's sitting back. He's got 3 ultras on the way as he teched up to a hive as this was going on. Adrenal glands and ultras on the way. Chitinous plating for those ultras. Solar, though, he's still got to take on this army, and Bunny is trying to force Solar's hand, it would seem. Gonna be going for another drop in the main base. However, this Solar, he's completely abandoned this location here, not mining from it at all. Just taking this base to the right and expecting to lose this. Actually, this is a very mature decision from Solar. Oh, Solar, you got to get those drones mining. That's a bit of a mistake there. However, a lot's going on right now. Bunny does pick off the base, which is very nice for the Terran players. Solar, though, with another massive counterattack, going to be getting on in here. Bunny's going to have to unload these Marines and Marauders to hold this army back. Lings getting on in here. These medivacs are doing a good job healing this bio. However, units are starting to fall. Solar in here with a lot of lings. Bunny's pushed on in. However, ultras are now out for Solar, and this is really going to help out. This makes sort of base trading as the Terran player pretty darn risky. Lots of lings are spilling on in for Solar right now, getting in towards that natural base. Bunny's production should be enough to clean this up. He's getting a planetary up at this 4th base location. He cleaned out this base of Solar, so it's what, a 5-base Zerg to a 4-base Terran still. Bunny took economic losses, but he's still at 58 workers, reproducing some more, and starts up his 3-3. And that's going to help give the bio a little bit more longevity versus this Zerg. Bunny's stimming forward. No base there for him. But now he's going to be stepping forward. He's got lots of Widow Mines right now. There's a Viper there. There's lots of Banelings. So Bunny's stepping on to creep, and I'm not sure if this is his whole army. It's certainly not. This is pretty risky for Bunny. Maybe just trying to bait Solar into something bad, into those Widow Mines. However, those Widow Mines are now gone. So Bunny, his time, it might be passing to get damage done. He's got these tanks on the high ground. However, this army of Solar is still just terrifying. We see Solar coming on in here. Widow Mines are going to try and defend this counterattack with ultras. A lot more lings spilling to the north here. Solar knows that Bunny is open, and he's going to be looking for blood. Bunny has no choice but to retreat to his natural. He's dropping down to the south. This army dropping, though, not back at home, defending from this. And if Solar can clean this up while getting all this counterattack damage going on, Bunny now hitting Solar in 2 locations, though. Going to be able to unload this bio in the main base, pick off the Ultra Cavern. Anabolic Synthesis gets denied. That's a tough word to say very quickly, but oh, look at this. These SCVs, they're evacuating ship. However, 32 have already fallen. Bunny's in the main base of Solar. Some of this bio isn't firing, though. He's got to be able to pick off as much as he can. His drop on the right side has been cleaned up. A couple of ultras conceded that. The rest of this bio not able to get the hive, and oh, Banelings roll in. They get pretty decent connections there. And Bunny, I think, gonna have to evacuate right now. Oh, even more Baneling connections go down. The Medivac falls. That really hurts for Bunny. Army supply supply overall is equal. More drops going down in this location. Solar has lost 31 workers as this has gone on. Bunny's got to get as much of that bio out of there as he can. However, pardon me, the 4th base did go down for Bunny, and that definitely hurts the Terran player. He's got his 3rd base still going. He can always float over a base. However, his economy's hurting, and the question is, did he do enough damage for Solar? The concern is Solar, he's still got up 5 bases, so that's a pretty decent economy that he might be able to get going once again. He's got these ultras out, these high-tech units, and in small army versus small army fights, ultras are pretty darn efficient. 3-3 is going to be finishing up for Bunny relatively soon, which could potentially help him out here. He's actually stepping forward, though, a little bit before that, so that's not going to help him out at all, actually. Fighting before his 3-3 is a bit of a mistake. Lots of Widow Mines are going to go off on these Corruptors. Annihilates a fair few of those. More bios coming on in. Bunny's 3-3 is seconds away. He's retreating now versus these ultras, which are stepping off creep. They don't have Anabolic Synthesis, so Bunny should be able to kite these pretty decently. These Marines and Marauders do manage to kite back these ultras, doing a fantastic job there. And now we see Bunny, he's kept a good chunk of this bio alive. He's got 3-3, so I mean, there's a chance. His economy, though, not great. And oh, look at this. Solar planning another counterattack, morphing some Banelings as he does this. Ling's getting on into the natural, getting on into his really only mining bases. And now Bunny, he's being forced back home. And oh my god, the traitorous Widowmine just killed off so many SCVs. Oh, you are the worst, Widowmines. They have more kills than that. That number shot up pretty darn quickly. That really hurts Bunny. His economy taking a big hit. And Solar, he's parked out front right now. He's morphing in more Banelings. Got a couple of Ultras. Attacking's a little bit risky here for Solar. However, he's going for it anyway. Attacking into the defensive position of Bunny. Bunny's bio going to be doing the best it can. However, it's pretty overstimmed here. And GG gets called. The Terran player taps on out. Solar able to take it. Very well played by the Zerg player, just looking like an absolute monster. Now, all right, so thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. If you guys enjoyed this cast, make sure to hit that like button. What a great game between these two. Just always, IEM, there's a reason why IEM's good. And I mentioned it at the start of pretty much of any of these casts. Guys, tune into IEM Live. You won't regret it. I don't know if you guys watch live Starcraft 2. However, if you do, make sure to tune into IEM. It's just a fantastic tournament. It's better than BlizzCon. I'm saying it. I don't care what anyone else says. It's better than BlizzCon. And it should be more hyped than BlizzCon. So that's going to be starting on like the 24th or the 25th. I may cast some of those replays as this goes on. As after that, as not all the games get covered on the main streams and everything. So more IEM to cast for me, which will be awesome. Assuming they will release the replays. Regardless, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. If you guys enjoyed this cast, make sure to hit that like button. I already said that. However, I did not say if you're new to the channel and you stayed through all this incoherent rambling, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I'm always putting out more content. I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.